Good morning, folks. It is coffee roasting day, and I'm getting ready to try out my new coffee roaster that I purchased off Amazon for about 130 bucks. This is some knockoff version from somewhere in the world, but it seems like it's a quality product, so we're going to fire it up. I'm going to be roasting some Sierra Azul today from Mexico. I got this from Fort Finley Coffee over in Findlay, Ohio, and this coffee roaster here can do up to 100 grams at a time. Today we're just going to test it out with 50 grams. So I already have my green beans here already measured out. We're going to pop this off here and just kind of see how it processes here. So there's the beans. Lock it in place, and then we're going to turn this on, and we're going to adjust the time down. I'm just going based off of what the booklet here says for 50 grams. And this is customizable, but we're just going to start it off at, it's saying 8 minutes. We're going to give it a little bit more just in case I want to roast it darker. I can always turn the cooling on sooner. Okay, so there it went ahead and kicked on, and it's running. Take a look up top here. All right, so we'll just let this sit here and run. See what happens. And if you ever do get into coffee roasting, fire protection is always very important. You should never walk away from a coffee roaster. This one here does pull 1500 watts, so it does pull quite a bit of power, and you want to just make sure that obviously it don't catch on fire. It does have a built-in trap for the chaff up top here, that way you can clean it out once the roast is done. And I'm not sure if it has built-in smoke suppression or not. I guess we'll find out sooner than later. If it does not have built-in smoke suppression, you'll just need to crack a window, when you're roasting inside your house, because you don't want to be breathing in those carcinogens. So we'll go ahead and just let this run, and I will stop talking here for a few minutes. And I do have my thermal camera here today to kind of keep an eye on the roast process. Looks like we're at about 73 Celsius, 75 Celsius. It's always cool to be able to see the heat while it's actually roasting here. See if I can set it up and watch as we go. Up to about 95 Celsius. It does seem to put out quite a bit of heat. These beans are already turning pretty close to first crack, and it's only been what, about 3 minutes? What's cool about this too is I can actually increase the temperature mid-roast, or I can decrease it. Pretty neat. And I believe I can control the fan speed by changing this. So if you ever do get into coffee roasting, they do make smart roasters that you can actually hook up to your computer and set your custom profiles, so you can pick a coffee that you like to roast it to perfection, and then just restart it and do your next batch. So this one here is very basic. Fresh roast, they do make a programmable roaster. They're about 300 bucks, but I mean, for the price here, this is pretty good, I'd say. And I hear first crack there. Looks like we're up to about 130 degrees Celsius. And it's important to know as well that, you know, if you heat coffee beans too hot, they will ignite and start a fire. Okay. I'm going to increase the heat a little bit here. And if you can hear that popping, that is second crack. We're up to about 135 degrees Celsius. So as soon as I am satisfied with the roast profile, I'm going to turn the heat off and just run the cooling fan. And that'll cool the beans down pretty quickly here. Okay, I'm satisfied with that, so I'm going to push the power button here. That kills the heat. It's now in cooling mode, and those beans will start to cool down. And there goes my fire protection. And then that comes right off. Top comes off. Not too bad. The roast is not really very even. It's not my best work, but for the first test batch here, doesn't look too bad, but it's not really a super even roast from what I can see here. But yeah, that's how you, I guess, roast coffee in this Lueur coffee roaster, if that's how you pronounce the brand name of it here. What I'm going to be trying with this here is I've already done it with my coffee sourced from Costa Rica, but I'm going to be infusing this Sierra Azul coffee into this honey. And it does not take much to create a very nice, tasty coffee infused honey. Roughly about, I don't know, 15-20 beans in here, sitting for about a month or so will really amplify the taste of the honey. So I am going to be playing around with infusions here, probably over the winter time, and then hopefully have some products out there for people to purchase. But in the meantime, this coffee roaster here seems to be, you know, pretty decent for the amount that you pay for it. Like I said, it's only $130, and you can't really get any fresher coffee than your kitchen counter. So if anybody has any questions about coffee roasting or anything, you know, related to that, feel free to reach out and I will gladly lead you in the right direction. Have a great day.